Welcome to our third and final broadcast that we will have for you guys here tonight, here at St. Mary Catholic, here in Neenah, taking place in the middle school for our third and final game and match of this glorious Wednesday here at the end of the month of August between the Pacelli Cardinals and the Random Lake Rams. Thank you guys for tuning in. More of our viewers will continue to develop and keep coming in moments. Brendan Retzloff here on the coverage. All of these teams that we have seen play thus far played last year in this same exact event as well, known as the St. Mary Catholic Quad event to open up this season. Pacelli looks like they are ready to go. Random Lake looks like they are ready to go. Random Lake last year went 9-16, 1-5 in conference play under Coach Lizzie Walters. And also, shout out to Coach Lizzie Walters for holding the door for me as I was bombarding my way through here to try to set up all the equipment here in the middle school. Big shout out to her. And a big shout out to Coach Mackenzie Gale as well, as all of the Pacelli fans welcome her to the program and a part of the athletic staff. Just getting ready for some volleyball action. I don't have information on Random Lake and their record so far here today, but if I could guess, it's either 1-1 or an 0-2 record. Maybe they are 2-0. But from what we saw in the very first match of Pacelli and St. Mary Catholic is a very great program. Division III program. This Random Lake team, Division IV. Pacelli in Division IV. The players getting set up. Very small roster for Lizzie Walters' squad. Listing off all the names. In the defensive setter position, Gemma Schwab, Haley Kelling as an outside hitter, Madeline Abler as a setter, Rebecca Kramer in there as the libero, Trisha Shear, outside hitter, Michaela Keller as a middle blocker. Another middle blocker is Mara Kinsler, and then Mackenzie Nahedlo as a defensive setter, and Addison Brody as the defensive setter for Random Lake. I guess we can go over the full Pacelli lineup as well. This is just going from lowest number to highest number. Number 2, Annie Vaughn. Number 3, Ella Van Order. Number 4, Courtney Carpenter. Number 6, Annalise Barth. Number 7, Katie Elka. Number 8, Amelia Martini. Number 9, Emily Smith. Number 11, Kaden Nelson. Number 12, Leah Fensky. Number 13, Sammy Sankey. Number 14, Jaden Zadroik. Number 16, Emma Reinke. Number 17, Kaylin Yenter. And number 24, Melena Cashin. First, we serve, not we feast, because we are not hot ones. It is a point to open up the third and final match of the day for the Pacelli Cardinals, up 1-0. Vaughn, this one, A little out of control. Random Lake, nice job recovering on it. Yenter a little too strong with the swing. So all tied up at 1 here in the first set. And a serve going into the net. Coming from Trisha Shear. 2-1 Pacelli on top. We've had live coverage going since about 5 o'clock or 4:50 this afternoon, and it's an ace for Jaden Zadroik. Pacelli trying to open the season going 2-1. Exactly how they managed last year under Roy Danforth, and a miscommunication here between the players of Random Lake. A miscommunication, that's one of the easiest traps to fall into in this type of game. You can almost say that for any sport. Miscommunication is something you just can't have. All the players for Random Lake underneath the net, and an easy point there for, I believe that was Reinke who got it. 5-1 for Pacelli. Up by 4 early. Shear on it. Double hit. Back up and underneath. Good save by the libero on the dig. Tossed it up underneath. Elka into the net and can't recover on it. And Random Lake gets the point. So a serve there, come from number 14, back up, and underneath to Abler. Zadroik bumps it, the set from Reinke, and just a little light hit from Yenter to reset things, the dig for Vaughn. Back to Random Lake's side. Now Pacelli's got it. Yenter gets rejected on the back side by Michaela Keller. And it's a point here for Random Lake. The Rams down 3-5. Zadroik on the dig. Yenter into the corner where Abler was. Then back underneath, and Reinke there to stuff it all up. 6-3. Julia Fensky comes in for Katie Elke here. And Kaylin Yenter to serve. And it's an ace for Yenter. Interesting celebration coming from the bench of Pacelli there, almost like the aliens from Toy Story. 7-3 lead. Live streaming here on Zaleski Sports on YouTube. 7-3 lead. Timeout taken here on the floor so they can adjust the.
If you can get YouTube, just type in Zaleski Sports.
To adjust the problems or the issues going on out here on the hardwood. Seems like those may have been taken care of. Here we go, back out of that short little hiatus of a wet floor. 7-3 for Pacelli. Yenter on the serve here. Back up and into the net it goes. Pacelli with another point. An 8-3 lead. Last year, Pacelli, their leaders, Casey Vaughn led the team in kills. Not here anymore for the program, but her sister Annie trying to really step up and go strong for them. But it was Vaughn leading the team in kills. Kaylin Yenter was in second in kills. Then for blocks. Kaylin Yenter led the team in blocks. Jaden Zadroik, when she was the freshman on the team, she was in second on the team in blocks. And then in the assist category, Emma Reinke led on assists, and we've been seeing that so much today where she has really been dealing with her assists, especially with setting them back for Kaylin Yenter or even Jaden Zadroik down low underneath. Martini as well, same with Van Order. Pacelli has a 6-point lead off the timeout here from Lizzie Walters. I actually might be mistaken. I don't see Lizzie Walters out there with the team. That might be Kimberly Spady. Random Lakes team is built up of all juniors and seniors. They got one freshman in Gemma Schwab, who's sitting on the bench right now. The rejection from Reinke and Fensky. It's a 10-3 lead for Pacelli. Or a 9-4, excuse me. That's the first one I've missed today. Good dig underneath. Going for the assist again, and she got it. Leah Fensky with the point on there. 10-4. Once again, we thank all of our viewers for tuning in to our action here today. We got 25 watching right now, and it's an ace from Emma Reinke. Emma's going to be one of those special players this year for Pacelli. 11-4. The dig underneath. Zadroik to cover. Reinke bumps it. Almost a miscommunication between the Rams there. They're able to get it back. And it's blocked by Van Order and Fensky again. 12-4. Reinke from behind the line. Brought it back. The libero up and over. Both liberos into the game. Rejected. Brought back. It actually went over the net off that kill attempt from Van Order. Reinke to set it for Van Order, and it goes into the net. A point for Random Lake. 12-5. The halo here on the serve. Fensky up into the net again, and it's a point for the Rams. 12-6. Here's Mackenzie again. Zadroik bumps it, set for Reinke, and brought out over too much from Fensky. Pacelli letting the Rams climb back into this thing a little more. Just the slimmest of errors it takes. What a block from behind by Kinsler. Again, Kinsler. What a dig by Elka that was, excuse me. And it falls short of the arms of Kramer, and it's a point for Pacelli. 13-7 here in the opening set. Cashing on to serve it. Here it comes. Up and over. The rejection. Brought back. Fensky. Beautifully done. Can they recover it? No, they can't. Was a great attempt by the Rams. Fensky did a great job of reading the defense that they were so far over towards the net. A point here for the Rams. 14-8 Pacelli on top. Shear on the serve. Dug up nicely by the Cardinal Red. Brought back to Abler, or to Kramer, excuse me. Van Order with the swing. Got it to go 15-8 Pacelli. Fensky will go to the bench. Dug up underneath. Reinke into the corner. She just set it into the corner. You don't see that happen often. There is a high IQ play from Emma Reinke. Pacelli doubles their lead. 16-8. Abler back up to Kinsler, and Kinsler finds a hole into the defense. 9-16. The serve into the net from Rebecca Kramer. 17-9. Pacelli on top here in the opening set. Pretty big swing there. Way too much power underneath it. 18-9. And a timeout is taken by Random Lake here. Random Lake in the Big East Blue Conference, and Pacelli in the Central Wisconsin South. One team coming off of a stupendous 25-9 record last year. The other coming off of a not so great, looking to improve 9-16 campaign. We'll take a quick timeout here. We'll be right back for the remainder of this first set. You're watching girls volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
And welcome back, everybody. 18-9 here in the set, and another point here for the Pacelli Cardinals, and they are now up by 10. That's not even their largest lead in a set here today. Vaughn on to serve. Underneath, brought back up. And it's tipped, and Pacelli once again with another point. 20-9. And another one. It's an ace for Annie Vaughn. How about that? How about this response? Pacelli up by 12 now. Make it 13, another ace for Vaughn. Replacing her sister nicely is what she is doing. Her sister, one of the all-time leaders of Pacelli in kills. No, she had over 1,000 of them in her career in the red. This one off the tips. And Stefanich with a great rejection from the right behind the net. Olivia Stefanich, number 14. That is Madeline Abler on the serve. Down by 12. Pacelli looking to close this thing out. What a dig underneath by Abler. What a save by Random Lake right there. Zadroik, though, just too much on the swing for the Rams. It's 23-10. Pacelli 2 points away from taking set number 1. Taking control, very much so, here in the set. Stefanic on the return. Brought it back up. Zadroik reached out for it. Got to it. And a little too much power underneath for Kadioka. Out of bounds it goes. 11-23. Stefanic on the serve. Lots of power underneath it. Yenter's just going to have to toss it up and over the net for the defense. Same thing for Pacelli. Being very conservative on that one, and it's a point here for the Rams. 12-23. This has been one thing with Pacelli's game too recently. It's been them closing out sets. They've been having a tough time all day closing out these sets here tonight. We'll see how they can respond here in their third match of the day. This one hits the line. They actually just missed it out of bounds. 10-point game. They just need the 2 points, and they're just struggling to come up with the 2, and this one mishit by Stefanic there, and Pacelli's now got a set point, 24-13. Yenter, the senior, to serve. Off of Kramer. Brought over the side, and a little too strong off of Trisha Shear, and Pacelli will take set number 1, 25-13, here in the third match of the day. Just hit the 8 o'clock hour here in Neenah, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for watching us here on Zaleski Sports. We have so much coverage for football coming out tomorrow as well. Games on Thursday, games on Friday as well. Check all of that stuff out on ZaleskiSports.com. You can also sign up for a $5 VIP membership to get the latest of our standings. You can read exclusive articles as well. All of that on ZaleskiSports.com. Pacelli up 1-0. We'll be right back for set number 2 here on Zaleski Sports.
More sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Pacelli Funeral Homes has been serving the Stevens Point and Plover area with the very best in funeral services. Today, as a fourth-generation local business, Pacelli Funeral Homes takes pride in helping members of our community when they need it most. The loss of a loved one carries so many challenges and often comes with so many questions. Find answers, professional services, and all the compassion and support you'd expect at Pacelli Funeral Homes, with locations in Stevens Point and Plover, and online at PacelliFuneralHome.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Welcome back, everybody. Just about to get set number 2 underway right here from St. Mary Catholic Middle School. It has been quite the day from here doing our broadcast. I would say in the broadcast booth, but not really in a booth. Just sitting up on these bleachers with the best setup possible that we have for you guys. Pacelli trying to close this thing out in 2 sets here in match number 3 of the day. But a quick story before everything gets started here. After Pacelli's match against St. Mary Catholic, which took place in the high school, they proceed to play about 10-15 minutes later for a match here in the middle school. And what we have to do here for our broadcasts is once we're done with the broadcast, we have to stop it on YouTube, and then once the broadcast is done, we have to take down our setup, which takes about 5 to 10 minutes or so to do that. And the high school and middle school, it's a good thing they're not even a quarter mile away from each other, maybe not even a tenth of a mile away from each other. They're very close to one another, but I really had to pack up my stuff really fast. I decided, hey, maybe I could pick up a dinner or something right before I get to the game here. And that was probably not the greatest idea, but needed some energy to really keep things going here for the broadcast. Another point here. All tied up at 2 now. But yeah, grabbed my hot dog and had my backpack full of my broadcasting equipment, and I was going as fast as I could. I was running from the high school parking lot all the way into the middle school, making sure there were no incoming vehicles or anything. Almost felt like I was in the game of Crossy Road because there were so many vehicles driving around the parking lot. But I was able to make it back here, found the best setup possible. We don't have a table or anything to use here. All tied up at 3 now after that serve went out of play from Stefanich there. So all tied up at 3, but did everything I could to get the setup in time, and we were able to get the broadcast up in time. I will say this, it's much easier when you have another person with you helping out on those things. I couldn't really take much game notes either, but we were working with what we got. Gave the point to the wrong team here. Lots going on. What a dive and dig. Just couldn't do it in time there. But Stefanich and Pacelli's up by 2, 5-3. But we're all good now. We have our full setup made. We're able to get our broadcasts on. And you fans have been absolutely loving and enjoying the content that we have been able to bring for you guys. And we are so excited for this upcoming 2024-2025 school year. I think it's really going to be something. Michaela Keller on the serve here. And it's an ace for Keller. Tied at 5. Random Lake trying to extend things here in the second set. Martini on it. And she'll also go for the swing. couldn't do it. And a touch of the net. It goes by number 12, Mackenzie Nahalo. 6-5 Pacelli lead. Katie Elka to serve. Underneath it. Just a little set back and out there by Olivia. Reinke brought it back to her again. A 6-5 lead, the block, and into the net. 4 hits coming from the Rams. A 7-5 lead for Pacelli. Elka on the serve. Beautiful touch from the senior with the ace, 8-5. Let's try it again here. Almost the same spot. That time the Rams were on it, but a lot of firepower underneath that one. 9-5. The Rams just being conservative here. Pacelli playing very aggressive at it, and the conservation pays off. 6-9 now for Nahalo as she will go to serve it. Reinke was on it. Off the tips again, rejected. Brought back outside. Reinke sets it. The bump from Elka. Van Order gets rejected again and sent back up out to Courtney Carpenter. She is now into the game for Pacelli, and out of play it goes, and it's a point for the Rams, 9-7. So Nahalo will go again. First time we're seeing Carpenter out here tonight. Van Order with a lot of boom underneath it. Sets it up for her again. Just a set over to the net. Didn't feel comfortable with it. Not really many of these players are feeling comfortable with big hits. They didn't need the big hit though, as Emma Reinke able to just set it down into the hardwood. 10-7. How about this too? Kaden Nelson, she's getting her first reps at it, and she will be serving. A very high serve. Bumped up to the back towards Pacelli. Nelson sets it up for Martini, and the rejection comes from Madeline Abler. 10-8. Trista Shear will serve into the net. Those ones are tough opportunities to come by and lose. Carpenter will go take a seat on the bench. Fensky, and I believe we might have an illegal formation here on the Rams, and it will be another point here for Pacelli, I believe.
Must have been a rotation thing or what?
So the Rams messed up on their formation, but now the officials are giving their thumbs up, so the point should be taken back. So it should be at 11 now. So the rotation was good. Just a redo type of situation. Reinke, the rejection, nice one too by the Rams, and the ball is right at that net. And the Rams get the win on that one. I've never seen a ball stay such in the middle of the court for so long. probably just builds up anxiety in everybody watching. 9-11. And a missed hit and another ace for the Rams. They're to within 1 now. 11-10. The libero, Rebecca Kramer, was able to get the ace. She'll try it again. Elka there, right underneath it. Bensky just going big time with the swing and got it. Leah wanted to stand on business on that one. Up by 2. Are the Cardinals here in the second set. Trying to end this thing in 2 sets and out of play. Goes the serve from Fensky. 12-11. Cashin was there for it. Nelson, she just pushed it over and got it to work, and that's a point for the Cardinals, 13-11. As she's celebrating that one. Here's Emma Reinke, and she drops one in there for an ace. A 14-11 lead for Pacelli. The Rams were on it that time. Reinke bumps it for Elka. Yenter just pushes it over. Back over the net and out of play it goes. Pacelli gets the point. This is what we'll see early in the season. These teams with many, many errors, and I'm sure as the season continues, those will continue to decrease. What a serve from Reinke in a very difficult spot. Kramer's just going to have to return it. Cashin with the extension on that dive out in the dig. Reinke again into no man land. 16-11. Pacelli's got their largest lead here in the second set, up by 5. And Reinke and Elka talking things over, kind of laughing it off, and the team's having fun. We will keep things here with you guys. A 5-point lead for Pacelli heading into what's very likely, or what seems like it could possibly be, this last set here. But Pacelli, they've had a tough time closing things out. We're going to see if that's what Pacelli's talking about in their timeout with Coach Mackenzie Gale. If she's telling her team, hey, we got to close it out this time. Just stay strong and not let the team get back into it. As for Random Lake, you just got to be thinking, what's a way that we can do to get back into this thing? We know that Pacelli's already messed up a few times trying to close it out. So maybe we just need to work on our communication a little better and see what we can do. Back up and a rejection. And that's one way to get back into it. 4-point game, 16-12. Lots of power underneath this one. Zadrug just has to set it for Reinke. And Elka just bumps it over to the net. Off the netting again. Reinke to bump it for Zadrug. Underneath it is Kramer. It's going to be a tough return here for the Rams. And once that ball gets to the net, it is so difficult once it's underneath that net, or if it bounces off the net, to just keep it going and alive. Pacelli back up by 5. 17-12. And it's an ace for Jaden Zadroik. Ace is the place. We have seen quite a few aces here this evening, up by 6. A setup for Shear. Look out back there. Good save from behind. And the Rams got a chance to capitalize, but into the net goes the swing attempt from Keller. Pacelli extends their lead to 7. And if this hits 20, you'd have to think if you're the Rams, if you call a timeout, left that one short though, so maybe no timeout necessary. Try to build some momentum back. As Keller will be on to serve it. Rejected from the backside. And another point here for the Rams. The Rams did a nice job building a wall there on Van Order. Van Order, she's leaving them a little bit low, though, every time. Another rejection from the wall. The wall of 11 and 12 of Kinsler and Hadlow getting it done. Brought it to within 4. And this is exactly what the Rams needed to come back here into this thing. And just as that is brought up, the serve goes into the net, and Pacelli will get the ball right back. Up by 5. Good serve coming from Elka. She just sets it over, on tabs with it. Martini, a little white palm of a hit there. Brought it back, tips it up. The set for Martini. Big swing, and she delivers the hammer. 21 to 15, Pacelli. Timeout taken by Random Lake. And we'll actually keep things here with you guys as we are hitting the closing time of our broadcast more than likely, but things could possibly change here. But coming up next will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And it would just be going over how the performances went in our postgame show. Pacelli on top by 6. Shout out to St. Mary Catholic. What an ace from Katie Elka. That was located perfectly in the middle corner, or not the middle corner, the middle spot right at the very back, right on that line. Left that one a little bit shorter. The dig attempt from Carpenter, no good, and it's a point, 16-22. But as I was saying before, shout out to St. Mary Catholic for inviting us over to be able to do this broadcast and keeping us company and being set up for this big quad event that, I mean, they had everything set up at around 3:30 this afternoon. So it's been a pretty busy day on this Wednesday here in Neenah. A point for Pacelli, and they're 2 points away from shutting it down. Nelson enters for Van Order. Nelson with a high arcing serve. Brought it back up. And what a hit there too. Coming from Martini. Good spot on the block though by the Rams. Another great move. Set up for Martini. She's going to bring it down off to the side. Good save there. Coming from Shear. Finds the seam. And guess who it is? Emma Reinke. She has just been everywhere tonight. Match point for Pacelli. Trying to end it. Brought up. Klitzer. It's got it over the net and staying alive. Kinsler, nicely done. May have got a very friendly roll from the net there. Here's Shear on the serve. Elka with it. The set. Fensky, she's got it. Pacelli takes it. 2-0. And that is how the day concludes here in Neenah. Pacelli takes 2 out of 3 matches here today. Lost 0-2 to St. Mary Catholic in the first match. Second match of the year up against West Bend East. Took it 2-1. That was a thriller of a match. And then this one, Pacelli was very steady. Played it easily against Random Lake. 2-0. So how about that? Our Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up next. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll bring things back right here to close out the rest of our broadcast. You're watching girls high school volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Nasonville Area postgame show. Brendan Retzloff here to close out your coverage for this evening. A really good thing to break down here in today's matches that we got to see, or myself got to see, or even if all you guys watching, if you got to watch all three matches, I feel like a really big takeaway here out of this Pacelli Cardinals team is that they are comfortable. They feel comfortable by losing, or with losing, Casey Vaughn from last year. She was the only piece that they lost from last year, and you can tell they've really adjusted to it. And I mean, Coach Roy Danforth, he was there last year with the program. Now it's Mackenzie Gale. We'll see how this team decides to go over things, but from what I was seeing, they look very comfortable. The only thing that they just need to work on a little bit is closing out these matches, because they had an 11-point lead in the second set against St. Mary Catholic, and it was a very comfortable lead. I think it was 21-10 at one point, and they just had a lot of trouble closing it out because they allowed St. Mary Catholic to get back into it, force that deuce, and then let them take the advantage and bring home that set and eventually the match, because they brought home that set. But you could also kind of see it throughout the West Bend East matches too, that they had trouble closing out those games. But it's very early in the season, so you'd expect things to be a little shaky early on. I think if you are a fan of this team, there is not too much to feel concerned about, because these matches that they played against were teams that were a division or two, maybe even three divisions higher than them. St. Mary Catholic being Division 3, and then West Bend East being a Division 1 program. So I think if you're a Pacelli Cardinals fan, you should feel comfortable and confident with how this team is going to settle, and I think a lot of really big pieces to their team, especially with senior Katie Elka as well as Kaylin Yenter. Those are going to be two big senior pieces on this team. But how about Jaden Zadroik as well as Emma Reinke? Emma Reinke, she stepped up big time here in these matches here today, and you guys could probably say the same if you saw how much she was doing. She led the team in assists last year. I don't see that being any difference this year. I think Kaylin Yenter and Jaden Zadroik are going to be two big pieces, especially with getting kills for the remainder of the season, and there's plenty of that to go. This team fell short of Athens last year in the regionals. I think this team could very likely pass on a regional final and make it to the sectionals and possibly make that run. It just takes getting hot at the right moment, but we're so early in the year, you have no idea. With that being said, they're all cleaning up the gym here. We got to clean up here. So we thank all you guys for tuning in to our triple header broadcast of girls volleyball coverage here from St. Mary Catholic High School and Middle School here in Neenah, Wisconsin. Pacelli 2-1 on the season. Promising things up ahead for the Cardinals coming up. So from all of us here at Zaleski Sports, Brendan Retzloff, we thank you guys for tuning in very much. We thank you guys for being a part of this broadcast and joining me for this evening and getting to voice this Pacelli team yet again. So, signing off. Have a great night, everybody.